I hope you're doing well. Man, we're entering into the holiday seasons. We're excited. As a church, we're partnering with the Angel Tree Ministries, and our goal is to raise enough to support about 50 children, which is at $40 each. That's, or should I say dollars? At $40 each, that's about $2,000. I think it's something that we can achieve, and what a blessing that would be to the families of those who are incarcerated. I can, actually, one of the individuals that's presenting this was his son was affected wonderfully by that ministry. Chuck Colson was the founder of that ministry, and we all know how instrumental his life has been in the lives of many people. So we're thankful for the opportunity to do this. We're also going to be collecting or helping to manage toys that are brought to us from Marine View Presbyterian, and getting those out to the children at Fort Lewis, JBL, and we're excited about that. So it's just going to be a great time of giving. We've been collecting candy for the great candy giveaway to the children, not only here in the church, but at JBLM for Halloween and, or should we say harvest time. But anyway, it's an exciting time. And then there's always Christmas, and we look forward to just the blessing that can be, and Thanksgiving, and so on and so forth. I hope you're doing well. I want to just take a moment and think about something that is oftentimes a problem that we as human beings have. We have a tendency to, as the result of various forms of trauma in our life, and when I say trauma, I'm not talking about drastic things, but just the way that things have worked out repetitiously in our life, let's just say that. Now, trauma can be much more than that. I'm not denying that. But oftentimes, life has just worked a certain way for us. Like, things just didn't work out, and over again, it didn't work out, and it always seems to have a similar pattern. And we begin to expect that. Now, for example, the Apostle Paul, when he was called in Acts chapter 9, he was told that he was going to suffer many things for Christ's sake, namesake. And I'm sure he understood that. It's obvious that he did, as in his own words, testimony that he gave. He suffered many, many things. And he told Timothy, you've actually witnessed these things that have happened to me. In 2 Timothy 3 and verse 10, I believe it is, and on. But I thought it was interesting that when he got to Corinth in Acts chapter 18, that God just kind of sat him down and said, look, I know you've been persecuted all the way through Greece. This has just been a horrendous time for you. It's been challenging. But I want you to know, I have many people in this city. And he had the opportunity to remain there for 18 months to minister. And two of the most longest letters that he wrote, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, some believe another letter was written, are part of our Bible today, because he was endeared to those people. And after that, we realize that in chapter 19, he goes to Ephesus. And it's possible that he spent, by his own admission in Acts chapter 20, the space of 3 years among them. But why do I bring this up? Because I think Paul had been so used to everything blowing up on him in a very short order, persecuted everywhere he went, followed by those that were against him, stirring up strife in every city in the peninsula there of Greece that he went to, and can imagine what it must have been like for him to be told by God, this is not going to be the same. I want you to hear those words, because for us as believers, nothing is as it was in terms of our life. Everything is new. That's why in 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 17 it says all things become new. Everything is new. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't similarities between the events of our life. But what it does mean is that I have a new understanding of who Christ is. I have a new and vibrant relationship with him that's, growing in 2 Peter 3:18 all the time. I know him better today than I did yesterday. Just the mere act of faith, obedience in any situation gives me another level of security and maturity that I did not have prior to that. And so nothing is as it was. Now, in the world, you can imagine how absolutely hopeless things can be, because everything at times seems to just be very similar to what was. And we see repetition in our life. But in Christ, everything that happens is ordained to some degree by God, and it's an opportunity for us to know him in a way that we've never known him. To see Christ, literally the one that we do not see, the one that we love, there in 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 6 through 8. To see him in the midst of those events. I think it's amazing that Paul, as discouraged as he was, God met him there and said, it's not going to be the same. Now, he had lots of persecution in his life, and we know what happens later on. But it wasn't the same. And nothing is the same for us. Because Christ has developed a new degree of relationship with us. We have a new degree of maturity. We've seen God's faithfulness in the midst of the past adversity, and we expect, literally our expectation is from him. We expect God to be faithful today. Makes life a little more challenging and interesting, and it certainly isn't merely repetitious. We're not like Solomon in Ecclesiastes, just, vanity of vanities. Everything is just repetitious. No, it isn't. God has actually allowed us to grow and mature and in our relationship to him in a vibrant way through life. I hope you enjoy it today. I hope I do. I hope we can visualize this and understand it for every day and every situation and every personal trial that we go through. Till tomorrow, friends.